Day's starting off great. Flat tire, so gotta pull into the shop here as soon as this other guy gets out of the way. Get a tire put on first thing. Whoopee! Alright, well, we're off. I gotta be at a job site by 8 o'clock, and it is 6:58 right now. And it is about an hour away, so we should be pulling up close to the time. It's never like a huge deal if I'm 5-10 minutes early, 5-10 minutes late. They all know how dump trucking is. Beautiful day. I got a couple of different mounts going on here in the dump truck. I know it's been a while since I've done a dump truck vlog, but I switched trucks and I needed to kind of get this one set up the way I wanted to. If we get stopped later, I'll go over some of all the switches and gauges and stuff like that, kind of give you a heads up on what I'm looking at all day, because this is literally where I'm parked. I'm parked in this seat for 10 to 12 hours a day with very, very little time to get out and stretch. It just depends on the job, depends on how things are going. So truck drivers generally wind up with some lower back problems, which has been a thing. Man, what a beautiful day. A lot of times I'll complain about my job, about my back hurting. Sometimes it's the long hours. Sometimes it's just the grind. But I really can't imagine doing anything different. A few years ago, I thought that I was going to be able to make a pivot and try something new. I don't know if it was part of that midlife crisis thing that that I was going through or what, but we can turn that down. yeah, I don't know. I was like, Dad, there's got to be more to life than this. I don't want to be a truck driver. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's been providing for me for years and years. And I really, when I first got my CDL, I kind of thought that it was just going to be like a temporary thing. I went over the road for a year, got my year in, then moved back up here to Fort Wayne. I was living down in Indianapolis. I was out on the road, so I was hardly ever around there anyways, but moved back to Fort Wayne, got into a tow truck for a few years, and that was a fun job. We had the city contract, so basically anytime anybody would get their car towed for accidents, impounds, they were, back in those days, they were pulling people over like crazy, and DUI stops. That was a crazy time. I have seen some crazy accidents. I mean, I've just seen a lot. That was a very fun time. That's where I met my brother-in-law, which is how I wound up meeting my wife. So praise God for that time in my life. But yeah, I just, and then I got into dump trucking, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. It's interesting to a point. Some days it's just so freaking monotonous. And believe me, you can get stuck on some jobs where you're just, it's just like, oh my God, just, you already know. Like the jobs where it's, you're doing 30, 40 loads in a day because they're really short runs, and you're staying busy, but it's so freaking boring at the same time. So those jobs suck. But today ain't that day. I don't think. My job's about an hour away, so I've got an hour of drive time just to get there, which is great. I get a lot of windshield time, and that lets me get caught up on podcasts, listen to some music, just do some reflecting. It's not a bad ride. There's not a lot of traffic. It's pretty much, once I make this right turn, it's almost a straight shot. Oh boy, what a chill freaking day today is. Got some different camera setups going on today, so give you guys a little bit something different to look at every now and then. How the hell did my hand get dirty?